Okay.
Hey guys, this is Buford with Scholarships for Soccer, and today we've got a great guest. His name is Tony Wininger, and he's a coach of U10 girls. Tony, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right, so let's get right into it. Now you coach U10 girls, and we were talking a little bit. You started out as a rec coach, correct?
That's right.
All right, and you moved over to travel. So,
Correct.
In your experience, what is the difference been between coaching rec for young girls and coaching travel?
Expectations.
Okay.
Expectations, there's no doubt. And that's from everybody, from coaches to players to parents, especially parents.
All right, now let's start at the beginning. When you get U10 girls to come to you, what do you expect them to already be knowing, or what skills do you expect them to have somewhat mastered?
That's that's actually I think the best question, because we don't teach too much positional stuff, because we like to fill everybody out, but we definitely look for some good ball skills. Look for them to be comfortable with the ball at their feet, to be able to move with the ball, as well as I like looking for creativity, to see a little bit of create. Now, it can be a lot to ask at that age, but if you see it, I think it's something that is probably super special that you can nurture, and will turn into something pretty major later on.
Okay, so that's what you like to see coming in. What is like one or two main things that you're trying to teach them to move them on to U11, U12?
Really just positional awareness with where they are on the field, how to get in position, to move the ball around and move the ball through. Are they running their shapes? They running the triangle the way they need to? Are they doing some give and go? That sort of thing. Obviously, practice is big too. I say I look for skills. That's more on the talent side, but I also look for a good work ethic, on the everybody has that or not side of things, because we do want them to take it seriously, where they're not goofing off and not focused, because that'll turn the whole group into not being focused. But yeah, it's the focus and just the coachability, and them being able to learn the positions, learn the spatial awareness, learn where they are in the field, and then putting a few of those things together.
Okay, and moving in a little different direction, do you ever talk with the parents on, what they should be working on or trying to help them with away from practice?
All the time. The nice thing about it is, my experience has been, I'm outside of Washington D.C., so this is the land of type A personalities. So you don't really have to say anything to anybody. They kind of come to you and ask. So yeah, that happens all the time, and we do. We mention some different drills and some different YouTube videos that we like. At this age, there are some parents that are starting to pour into individual coaching and that kind of stuff as well too, outside of it.
Okay. How do you handle parents coaching from the sidelines?
A lot of times, I've got a pretty good relationship. A lot of times I just tell them to shut up.
How does that work with those type A personalities?
That's right. Well, it smacks them in the face and they respect it, I guess. It's the ones that don't say anything that bother me. Kind of like being married,
Yeah, I know that. All right. So now at U10, what are y'all playing? 7v7?
Yeah, that's right. 7v7.
Okay. With the goalie, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And do you do offside?
Yep, we do offsides. We do have the build out line. It's it's interesting watching that with coaches that come in and don't know anything about the build out line, because we've had some sub coaches that we've played against before, because towards the end of the season you have coaching changeovers and that kind of stuff, and it's super competitive around here. So I mean, geez, it's a cutthroat business. So knowing all that kind of stuff, you kind of see a lot of different things. But yeah, we have the 7v7 with goalies. We'll do offsides past the breakout line, build out line. Sorry.
Okay, and so there does have to be some tactical awareness taught at this level.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. My daughter typically plays striker, so she's always pushing it and getting marked up and that kind of stuff. Because if not, I mean, they'll learn pretty quickly that they get scored on pretty quickly. We have our big boot in the back that boots it up into open space. She runs into open space, and if she's behind them and they're nowhere near on that build out line, then yeah, that strategy comes into play quite a bit.
Okay. At this level, do you guys work on playing out of the back, or you don't worry about that at U10?
No, we do. And that's actually I will say, because I guest coached in a few on a few different teams this past spring, and I coached with some of the girls that I'd coached actually during my rec time, and that's some of the stuff that we had worked on, and you can tell a huge difference. I mean, and it changes the complexion of a game. I mean, it was just for example, we had one team that we played on that we played this exact same team. It was tied 2-2. Then we took those girls that I just mentioned and played that same team, and it was 13-0 because of the way we played out of the back. That's exactly right.
Okay. Now with girls, my daughter played rep soccer briefly, but never was serious about anything. But with girls, and this is more of a personal thing, maybe not a soccer thing. How hard can you coach the girls? I know at that age it can be, confidence is a big factor. So
yeah.
do you have to tiptoe a lot? I mean, from having a daughter, I had to tiptoe a lot because I could say something that I really didn't think was so crazy, and she just storm off crying.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that emotions in coaching?
I do think that one of the things that I do a lot of is personality assessments, and you have to take their personalities into consideration. My daughter expects me to yell and scream at her, and if I don't, she thinks there's something wrong. She knows my number one rule. What's my number one rule?
Don't stop until it's in the back of the net.
That's right. So if it's not in the back of the net and she stops, she knows I'm going to get on her. But you can't always coach everybody like that. I mean, it's funny because there's a coach that we played with, and she had half the team in tears, and because she was just in a bad mood, and Hope looks around like, what's wrong with them? It's just, you just don't know, man. Yeah. You do have to walk that line, and relationship is everything. They start that early on, and unfortunately it carries on until they die. So
no comment.
Us guys, we just go out and bang our heads and we're good.
Yes. Okay. Well, I noticed that's a big difference between boys and girls. I mean,
huge.
But
I'll tell you what, though, girls are easier to coach, though. I prefer coaching girls than I do boys at this age.
I can see that.
Yeah, they listen, and if you have that relationship and you have that trust, you can coach them a little harder and they don't mind.
Yes, well, boys don't listen at all, on the field or off the field.
Right, exactly.
All right, so when the girls leave you at the end of the season at this level, what would you say would make you a successful coach if they're able to do what things?
Number one is that their love of soccer has increased. That's it. I mean, that's primary by far. I mean, there's not anything even remotely close. Because we do have fun. I mean, we play hard, but we have so much fun. And because if it's not fun, then it's just everybody's gonna get burnt out. So what's the coolest is when you take somebody that was kind of half-hearted with soccer, and then you find out that they turn into absolutely loving it like crazy because of the experience they've had. So that's number one on the success level. And the others, I mean, developing some of the skills, especially see it in futsal a lot. People come into futsal and it's like deer in the headlights and the ball's all over the place. And then, by the end of the time you're finished with futsal, they've got some skills under their belts that, where they can move around pretty quickly. And that's cool how that translates.
All right. Well, Tony, I know you got a daddy-daughter date, and I don't want to interrupt that. And so I hope you guys have a great time and hydrate out there. It's hot.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, we've got a lot of water.
All right. Well, we certainly appreciate it. Appreciate you being a member of the group as well.
Absolutely.
And, we will talk with you soon.
All right, great. Have a good one, bud.
You too, man. Bye-bye.
Okay.